Hi friends, this is Shripad here from Investry. My video today is going to be about long-term investing. This is basically a continuation of the previous video which I left about a couple of months back, wherein while selecting company for long-term investment. So if your time horizon is anything beyond 3 years, 5 years, 10 years of that type. So you basically look for certain fundamental parameters, including return on capital employed, return on equity, promoter holding, debt to equity, and so many other factors, right? So now, in a stock market, in an Indian stock market, wherein you have 5,000 plus stocks, it gets very hard to basically filter out these stocks, and we are very fortunate that there are certain websites wherein you can basically make this work easier. So a lot of people use the website called Screener. So what I am going to do today is kind of take you through the Screener website and show you how exactly you do this process, right? So here you can see here the website name is screener.in, screener.in. Okay, and once you go to the home screen, basically you will log in with your Google account, whatever it may be, and then you have things like feed, screens, tools. So in the screens, so basically you can filter out these screens whatever you have created. So the one way to create new screen is you go here and select your criteria. So I would like to have stocks which are current price is say more than 100. Okay, and so it goes to the next step. So I'm not interested in stocks which are less than 100, which are basically penny stocks. Or you could also see stocks which are current price less than say 2000. Now these are my criteria. I mean, you can select your own. What I mean to say by this is, if you select penny stocks, it is too risky. At the same time, if you pick stocks which are very high priced already, I mean, the growth may not be there. I mean, of course, it may not be always true, but generally that is what is the trend. Okay, now you can also add in parameters like return on equity or return over 3 years. What is the percentage you are looking for? Say more than 20%. Okay, and say and it goes to the next. So basically once you add this, you can actually run this query. Okay, so I think the return over 3 years, this should have been a symbol here. Okay, yeah, so for the last field here you don't put the symbol and. Okay, so basically you run this. See, so many are coming, right? So you 809. Now this is not the thing. So I will take you to one of the screen that I created. So basically, if I go into this, now what are the parameters? Now this is in no way a recommendation of a particular stock or anything, but just to give you a hint about how to filter out good stocks for you, right? So one approach I use is sales growth 3 years is more than 10%. Return over 3 years is more than 10%. Return over 5 years is more than 20%. Market capitalization falls between 100 crores to 25,000 crores. Now, why do I say this? When a market cap is very high, especially if it is already a large cap, there is less leg room left. Or in terms of the growth, what is possible, it cannot probably be a multi-bagger. So basically, it could give you a stable return, but it cannot be a multi-bagger for sure. Price to book less than 5, debt to equity less than 3, price to sales less than 3. So you can uh, basically create your own rules by which it is going to filter out of the 5,000 plus stocks and give you a list of what is good. Now if I run this query, okay, you see it is giving about 24 stocks. Now let us take, just for the example, again not a recommendation, let us take one of the for example, the Godavari Power. So if I go into my angel account and then go into Godavari Power. Okay, Godavari Power and Ispat Limited. So I add that and just look at it. Okay. So as you can see here, okay, so this is the stocks. So it went up, came down, went up, came down, right? So I strongly feel there is a downside possible still until here. Okay, so there is still a slight room possible. Now at this level you may want to watch for if it rebounds back from this, and depending on the weekly candle you may take a call. Okay, so basically, okay, so at this level, there is a good reversal that happened, and I am probably interested at that level what happens. So about 132. Okay, so this is the one way. Now if I look for another, okay, looks like I closed that. Okay, so this is the way you can look at. So basically you do your initial screening or fundamental screening using the screener.in, then come into your charting software, may it be TradingView, Angel One or Zerodha, whatever the ones you are comfortable with or what you are using, and then basically look for the price action. Okay, not the other way around. In the long term investing, it is the fundamental that is more important than the price action. Whereas in the swing trading or the intraday, it is the price action that is more important, and most of the time you don't even see the fundamentals. Okay, because you are interested to see what the price levels, what level I enter in. Okay, so instead of basically looking for the price action. So I think I closed that window. Let me go back to screener.in again. Okay, so I was here. Yeah, so this is the one. So you could also look for, you can look for things like price to earning. Okay, so what is it in terms of the 10-year PE or industry PE? So just to give you an example here, right? So let me see what is the highest. Okay, so things are okay. So this is fine. So you wouldn't be interested in something wherein the PE is 2 times of 10 years PE as well as the industry PE. So that kind of give you a rough idea about that is already overvalued. Okay. Now promoter holding, a very important parameter. And one more thing to look for is what are the change in the promoter holding. Okay. How much is pledged and all of that. So so if you see here particular Mangalore Chemicals, right? So you see the pledged percentage 49. I mean, there is something wrong here, or the data may be something wrong. So you may want to deep dive into this. Okay, so ideally you want something which is, promoter holding is, I mean, it's good if it is more than 50% and the change is less than 1% and the pledged is zero, which is definitely good. And this is basically quarterly profit growth, your sales variation and all of that, a lot of parameters. Okay, uh, so you will have to shortlist your things, so that makes your life easier in terms of looking at the price level whether it is overvalued or not. And then you can basically go into, for example, you can read into what does the Mangalore Chemical and Fertilizers does. So it tells what is about that and the key points. In many places they will also give what is the revenue split up. Okay, and all of this, I mean, it's good for one to know. I mean, especially if you are a long term investor, so you need to know a lot about the company, so that in the when things go wrong, you don't want to sell in a basically in a distressed state. Thank you.